Hello, how's it going? My name is 8 Holder, and I'm going to tell you why 2K respects their fans and why EA lies to theirs. Now, I made a recent video saying that EA Sports took Madden off of PC because they didn't want fans or anybody to make mods off of them. And I was saying pretty much all their games. And to be fair, I didn't really play other ones. Well, I played FIFA and their hockey game. Those games are fun. I like to play the hockey game to hit somebody once in a while. And the FIFA game, it's pretty good at some points. But I haven't played the new NBA game. And so I went on my PS4 and they had the NBA Live 14 for the demo for the PS4. So I downloaded it, and when I was playing that game, the first thing that popped into my head is that it has the same mechanics and is run off the same engine as College Basketball 10 that has Blake Griffin on the cover. Same thing. The only difference is that they improved the graphics. And I started thinking to myself, okay, they have the same mindset as Madden because it's a different producer, that makes the game. Sean O'Brien is the one that made NBA Live. And I'm wondering, why did they, do that? Why did he, pretty much come out on E3 with Kyrie Irving, I remember, and he said, we're bringing back NBA Live, and we improved this game. It's going to be a better game. It's going to feel like you're watching the NBA itself. And no, they just put the Ignite on the cover because it's the same engine that it was running on when they still was making College Basketball. Then, if you have that game, pull out your PS3, Xbox 360, put in that game, and play it. And then get the demo if you have a PS4 and Xbox One. Get the demo and see for yourself. It has the same engine, same everything. The only difference is it has better graphics on an NBA game. And I was just thinking to myself, why would they come out there and lie? It's nothing new. They've been doing this. It's still the same game. I mean, come on. He should have literally just came out there and said, hey, we're coming back out with NBA Live. It's called Live again. And it still has the same mechanics as it did with the old games. But in the near future, we will improve on it. But he would have probably got the same sales as he did. Well, probably got a little bit more because he lied about it. And I was just thinking, okay, why? Because I know it's been years ago, but still, I still remember when Kyrie Irving came out there and they showed the trailer for it when DeAndre Jordan and Kyrie Irving looked like they were the same height. I remember that, and deliberately lied. He's like, that's all I could show you. And the game finally comes out, and the sales were bad. People said it's not worth buying, and I completely agree. It's not worth buying. Now, I don't know about NBA Live 15. I haven't played that game yet, but I did see the graphics. They actually improved it. Matter of fact, here, I'll show you a picture real fast. Now, you see right here, they actually did improve it a lot. They actually look like who they are, George Paul, Tony Parker, Rajon Rondo, James Harden, Blake Griffin, and Stephen Curry. They look like who they're supposed to look like. And, yeah, they improved right there, and they did a good job. But other than that, they still need to improve way more, but they did much better. Good job. I have to applaud them on this. And here, I'll show you how it looked on last year. Now, this is just terrible. They don't look nothing like they're supposed to look like. Blake Griffin looks like a 10 Arnold Schwarzenegger. Rajon Rondo doesn't look like Rajon Rondo. And James Harden, they could have grabbed any basketball player and just put a beard on him. Paul George doesn't look like him, but I would say that Tony Parker and Steph Curry, they'll probably be the closest one that they probably got. But other than that, no, that is a horrible look for these basketball players. See, they improved their faces, but I did see some gameplay of the new NBA Live, and they improved some of the mechanics. I can't really tell, make a review or comment as much because I haven't played it. Like, they improved it, but it still doesn't look like an eye catcher. Like, you have to get this. It's a basketball game. It doesn't come close to NBA 2K15. Doesn't even come close to it. to tell you more why EA lies to their fans, I remember when NCAA football was coming out, 11. It was probably like 7 months before the game was coming out. The website was already up, and they was telling you about the new features. And one of the features they mentioned was that when you recruiting players, they're going to have the first season that you play with, they will have the top 100 recruits that's on ESPN list. And at that time, I got a little excited about that because I was in college, but there was a kid that we played against. He was the top running back in the nation. We went on ESPN and we could see his face right there, his rating, what they thought he was, and they said the top running back, top 5 running back in the nation. And we were like, wow, he's about to be on EA Sports. He's about to be on a video game. They said they wasn't going to put their names. It would still have the numbers, but they'll at least still put their hometown where they came from and all that. Cool thing, read the other features where they had team building and all that, and so on and so forth. So then when the game finally came out, I bought the game and I made 2 seasons. One offline and one online with other players, that I play against a league. Right away, first thing I was telling them about is that feature about having the top 100 recruits. And the people I was playing with, they were in Vegas, and they were like, yeah, we have a wide receiver that's the top recruit, and he's about to go to Oklahoma that I was talking about. They were like, they was forward to that and all that stuff. So when I was telling them about this kid that we played against, the running back, I said, hey, check out this running back. He's a top rated running back. That's who I'm going after in our recruits, because that's what you could do in the game. Try to recruit against each other. First thing they said to me was, hey man, I didn't know you was from Idaho. I'm like, no, I'm not from Idaho. Well, that's the top rated running back. He was 6'4" and weighed 193 pounds. I remember this clear. And I was thinking to myself, like, okay, no, he's not 6'4", he's 5'10", and he weighed 210 pounds. Everything about him was wrong, attribute, and all that. So then I went on ESPN, and I went back to the EA Sports features for the NCAA. He's still right there. He was still top-rated running back in the nation on ESPN. And then I went on to the EA Sports to see the new features, and that was gone. That features that they mentioned wasn't there no more. Matter of fact, they took a lot out of there because I remember it was a long list. And then it was just having like small little stuff what they did. Oh, we improved the tackling scheme and all that to catching. And now the running game is way better. And so on and so forth. I was thinking to myself, like, I'm not going crazy. I remember them having this. Some of the people I played online with was talking about that too. And I went back and we had another person that was in the league, and he seen the same thing too on the website. He said, I looked at the features too, and I'm talking about that wide receiver he had from Vegas. He wasn't even on there. And we were just right there like, the feature's not on the websites no more. And he went up there, he looked himself, and he said, yeah, it was right there. It was like probably the 3rd feature that they were mentioned, and it wasn't there. And they did this again in the Madden like 2 years ago when I seen another feature that I looked interesting. They were talking about how you could edit their uniform, like if you want to make a new jersey and new outfit, it'd be kind of like team build, but it'll be on the system. That wasn't on the feature no more when the game came out either. So then I realized EA Sports gives features out there that will catch the people's eye and make them want the game more. And they really won't put it out there. So if you are planning on getting Madden or any other EA Sports game, before the game comes out, first make the website. And they're saying, hey, we're about to have the features up and all that. When they finally put the new features up there, copy and paste all the words. Put it in your notebook or anything. And then when the game comes out, go back there and then look at your notepad and notes and all that and see if it comes out and looks the same. Because I'm telling you, they're just going to put stuff out there that you want to hear and read. And they should know when it comes out, they'll tell the truth and be like, nah, this is what we actually put it in. All the other stuff was bullshit. EA Sports does this occasionally. They do this on regular because they were talking about the teams. I remember when they took the NFL Legends off. And this was before Ultimate Team. But back in the day in Madden, like back in Madden 2002, you could play with like all the teams that made it to the Super Bowl. And you could play as them. They took that feature off. Like Madden 10, like when I think it was Larry Fitzgerald and Troy was on the cover, they said they're going to bring that feature back. Yeah, never happened. They didn't bring that back. They made so much promise to a game when it's coming out, but when it comes out there, all what they promised in the game is not in there. They'll focus on one thing. The one thing that they are focusing on and showing trailers about, that's what they're going to put on there. But when they put something in the word and they don't show no proof, no picture about it, guarantee it's not going to be in the game. And this brings back to the NBA Live game. They went on E3 and said they improved this game way more than what it is. I don't know about 15, but 14 they said they improved it way, way more. The only thing they improved was the graphics, and they put the real players' faces on there. But literally, if you want to play that game and you have College 10, just play the College 10, because it's really not worth it. EA Sports, they're taking their fans for granted, and they think that they're the only people that's out there. The only thing that they have going for them is Madden and FIFA. NHL is pretty good, but must have been all that good because they didn't want to bring hockey last year. They just brought it to the 360 and PS3, but they didn't want to put on Xbox One. They brought it this year, but last year they did it. I played both of them. It's pretty much same mechanics, truth be told, just improved the graphics. And EA is sitting there saying we improved the game so much and it's going to be better than what it was last year. And you're getting the same exact thing. It's pissing me off because they think we're stupid. EA will turn around and lie to your face and say, this will be a great game. This will be the best game that you bought. And you'll see the improvements. No, you won't. Oh, come on. It's a good game. Come on. Oh, look at that new catching scheme. Now I can live without that. Doesn't really make me go, oh my gosh. You're right. I need to buy that game. I need to pay $60 just for that one catching scheme. Oh yeah, they improved some of the graphics that come out new, but I can live without that too. Because they're giving the same thing. And they turn around and they say, well, if you want this game, it'll have Johnny Manziel and all that. That's good and all, but you could literally just have the old Madden and just upload it with the new rosters and get all those people that you're promising in the new game on the old ones. You really could. It will be that easy for you. And I think they even turned around trying to talk about the pictures, and somebody said, why don't you do that? And they said, well, the pictures, it will be hard to get and all that. That's not true. I remember when Terrell Pryor was still in Ohio State, and they showed he made the last-minute move to the NFL with the supplemental draft. They upgraded the rosters. His ass was in there, and they had his picture and everything. They flat out lied to you in a heartbeat. They just don't care. To bring you why 2K respects their fans, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to show you some pictures on how Madden doesn't care. And I know this brings back to the PC matter, but here's some pictures. This is Madden 06 on the Xbox 360. And this is Madden 06 on PC. I remind you, PC has better graphics than the 360 and PS3 itself. This is Madden 07 on the Xbox 360. This is Madden 07 for the PC. This is Madden 08 for the Xbox 360. And this is Madden 08 for the PC. As you can see, they didn't try to experiment on making the graphics better on the PC or try to bring the same graphics from the 360 to the PC. They just didn't care. Okay, now here's how 2K respects their fans. Here's some pictures I'm going to show you. Here's NBA 2K14 on the PS4. Now here is NBA 2K14 for the PC. I know what you're thinking. They didn't improve the graphics on the PC, but they said they would next year. Here is NBA 2K15 on the PS4. Here is NBA 2K15 on a PC. Now, as you can see, the PC can handle these kind of graphics, but the graphics are actually better than one on the PS4. See, 2K may have left some of people with console when they upgraded the graphics in the dark for 1 year, but at least they promised them, and they still didn't give them a bad product when they gave them that game. The game was still good to buy, and then they turn around next year and they promise they will do that, and they deliver on their promises. 2K will take the time to care to their fans, and what's cool about them, when they hear something new's coming out, and people don't want to like display it out or show you pictures, 2K will reach out. Like if Sony was making a new game system and they said, we improved the graphics way more. They look more realistic as it is, but we do not want to show you the console or how the graphics look at all. We don't want to show it to nobody. We don't want people that want to have eyes on it. 2K will literally reach out and say, hey, I know you don't want to show this to nobody else, but could you please just let us work with this so we can make our games better, so we can give the fans the best experience that they can have. 2K will literally do that. EA, on the other hand, would just be like, yeah, when the game comes out, we'll just improve the graphics a little bit, and we'll put a little different running mechanics, which they did with Madden 25. I mean, I bought Madden 25 for the 360, and they were making a deal saying, "Oh, trade this in, and just have to pay $10 for Madden 25 on the new consoles." I did that, and I shouldn't even have done it. It wasn't even worth it. I was getting the same game. Oh no, you're saving, $50. No, I paid $60 for the one on 360. Then I paid another $10. I paid $70 for the same damn game. Pretty much a ripoff right there. Oh, you're giving back the game? Yeah. Oh, great news. I'm switching out a game for the same exact game. The graphics are better. I could actually live without that. Matter of fact, I shouldn't have done that because it was better on a 360 because they had a new of roster downloads. You could download anything like the playbooks and rosters. A lot of rosters that people were importing from like their old Madden games and bringing them to this one. And it was actually legit. I actually had more fun, just doing that, going back and seeing what kind of rosters they have. And on the new one, they couldn't even import them to the new system because how it is now. EA will lie to you in a heartbeat just to sell their product. And they think they could do that because they think that they're the best out there, heavily supporting on Madden and FIFA. They're hoping that they will sell their product and make sure that nobody will come and be a challenge for them. But the sad thing is 2K challenges them with just one game. Literally just one game. NBA 2K is pretty much standing toe to toe with all the other sports games that EA is throwing out there with them. Literally, it is. And that's pretty sad. One sports game is pretty much standing toe to toe with others. And that's why EA Sports turned around and got rid of NBA Live because like people weren't going out there buying it because of 2K. And they said, well, we just need to focus on Madden, FIFA, and other games. And they thought that Madden would just take out NBA 2K by itself. But it's not happening. Madden used to get like the #1 rated sports game to play. Each year you always see it on the cover. You don't see that no more. Now you see 2K getting that. NBA 2K. They keep saying the best sports game to buy. EA Sports is like, oh my gosh. We lost that one title that we had on Madden. What can we do to get that back? Well, people want a basketball game. Let's bring back NBA Live. You're kidding me, right? You got rid of it because you knew it wouldn't compete. So you try to put Madden against it so it would compete. And now that didn't work, so you come back to the same method that didn't work. I look at it like this. Back in the day, EA Sports, their sports games were good. Back in like the PlayStation era and the PlayStation 2, yeah, they had actually good sports games. And 2K was coming up, and I would say it like this. The 2K was a dragon, a baby dragon, and EA Sports was a knight, that defends the castle. And instead of it killing the dragon, it says, I'll let it be. It's cute. It can't harm nobody. It can't harm me. So it goes off and does its own thing. And they should know the knight, instead of being a brave warrior, he gets lazy and just sits around, drinks wine, and eats food. They should know the dragon is growing up into a ferocious beast. Now the dragon's going around destroying every competition, and now EA is the knight and saying, oh my gosh, I could have killed this, demolished it, had a chance to do this, but now it is a ferocious beast. I have to do something now. Its method is, armor is made out of wood, his shield is made out of wood, and his sword is made out of wood. The dragon just has to spit out a little bit of fire and defeat the knight. And that's how 2K is, pretty much. It could throw out all these methods, but it could be better if it cared, if they actually try to improve their game way more than it did. I actually heard that NBA Live 15 actually improved way more than it did last year. But a lot of reviewers, GameFAQs, IGN, they said it still doesn't hold a light to NBA 2K15. It doesn't even come close. They pretty much improve against themselves, but don't want to improve to compete with 2K. They still think that EA Sports will just sell it. Hey, come and get the sports game. Why should I? Don't you see what it has? It has EA Sports next to the name. You should buy it. No. I give two shits about it. I mean, seriously. I mean, Kevin Durant is on the cover of on the new NBA 2K15 game, and he was actually on the cover for one of EA Sports game, and that was NBA Elite 11, and that was like when they were trying to change the name and all that. I'm pretty sure if somebody came up to Kevin Durant and said, "Hey, Kevin Durant, you're on a new cover of 2K. Wasn't you also on the cover of one of EA Sports games?" I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant will reply with, "We don't talk about the dark times." That game was horrible, and they got rid of it. And that was a good thing that they got rid of it. Now they're trying to come back and compete again. Improved a little bit on a new one. I got to give them props for that. But still not a good enough product to compete with 2K. And that still makes it worthless, not even worthy. Don't even waste your time with it. EA Sports doesn't care. I mean, seriously, watch. You're going to see in the near future, watch. The wrestling game is going to outsell the UFC game. 2K owns the rights to the WWE game, and EA Sports owns the rights to the UFC game. Watch. You're going to see people buy the wrestling game more than the UFC game. And UFC is the most popular sport there is right now. Literally, what is their method? Like, I see the same thing out of NBA Live and Madden. Like, they do the same thing. And I told you earlier that they have different producers. Is it the EA Sports president coming up to them saying, "Hey, we're only going to let you put 2 new things in this game, in a new game. Only 2 new things. If you go over that limit, that's your ass. I better not see over 2. It better not be 3. It better not be 4. It better be 2 or 1. That's the limit I'm going to give you." Is he coming up to them and saying that shit to them? I mean, they don't change a lot, and it's the same game. And EA Sports pretty much saved their ass when they bought the rights to the NFL. Because they think they could treat their fans, lie to their fans. And yes, there is people out there that still love Madden the way it is. They think that they're getting a new product. But if there was another game out there that could compete against them, they will see the difference of how Madden is not changing all that much. I think that's just messed up because they can't see how they're treating their fans and how a lot of fans that were EA Sports fan is just getting fed up and don't want to even deal with their shit. I'm just calling it how I see it. It may be in my opinion. Hey, I may be wrong. Hey, maybe NBA Live 15 is a good game and you should buy it. Maybe it is. I haven't played it yet. I haven't reviewed it. But I'm going to call it right now, and I'm guaranteeing this. It is not good enough to compete with NBA 2K15. It's not even coming close. If you want a good basketball game, go out and get that game. It's not a waste of your time, and it's not a waste of your money. 5 sports games. And I'm not even counting the ones that's like around Europe and stuff like that. But you got 5 sports games that's trying to compete with NBA 2K and keep coming out on top. I mean, even 2K stopped making their baseball game, and they're still coming out on top. If it was a battle arena, they had to call out their best warrior. 2K keeps sending out NBA, and it keeps coming out on top. And that just lets you know how EA is when they have 5 sports games competing against 1. And neither of those 5s could come even close. Sorry this video is so long. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, or actually audio. And leave a comment if you will. That's the word on this matter, and I'm out of here.